So this morning we're working on a 1995 Honda Civic EX. The inner axle seals are leaking. So we're going to pull these axles out, replace these seals, and stay tuned. All right, so I've got the tire off. Okay. Right here is a 32 millimeter. You're going to have to take that off. After you remove that, the keyway on the bottom of the ball joint right there, and a 17 mil on a long bolt that goes through right here. You're going to take those out, knock those out. Once you remove those, thought I hit something, turned off my mic. Right, once you get those out, I believe those on the bottom are also going to be some 17s. Let's take a look, or 19s there. Yep. I just go to the other side because I'm doing both sides. Once you remove those, you got to separate the ball joint out of that. Hopefully you can hit it with a big hammer right on the bottom and she'll vibrate out. Sometimes anyway. Might be loose, but we got to get that nut, or that bolt, excuse me, right there out of there. Let me get a big pry bar. A little dark in there, but you can see what I'm doing, I think. Trying to get some tension off of that bolt so I can pull it out of there. There we are. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side while I'm at it. That way you got your socket, your tool, you're ready to go. Now, let's see if we can get that ball joint out of there so we can lower that arm. I wish they made it so that these CV axles would squeeze through the wishbone of the lower strut, but it won't. All right. Well. She ain't moving. I have never struggled with a ball joint giving me that much trouble. Might have to do it another way. Let me try the other side for a minute. Okay. So that didn't work. So I'll get my ball joint separator, see if I can get that apart. All right, I'm tuned back in. I actually had it loose, but I knocked the tie rod out and then realized that it was out of there. I'm like, oh, okay. So, and just like that, turn that to the side, and this will come down enough that you can get that out and pull that axle in between that wishbone right there. So let me get a pan, because I know most likely, unless it's really low, we're going to lose some transaxle fluids. Okay, so big pry bar, or maybe not too big, depending on how. Get inside the inner part of the CV axle, if there's room, and pop it out of there. Came out really extremely easy. That's worrisome. Alright, you actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't have to pull that wishbone out because I'm not changing the axle. I can just let the axle hang here, but if you were changing an axle, might as well show you. Pull it down and you pry it out of that right here and in between it and move it through the small part. So much for that. Now we got to get the seal out of there. Okay. Right up there is the axle seal. The axle seal puller or a screwdriver if you've got something like that. And you got to get down inside that. We are losing a little bit of fluid, but get down inside here. And the seal is out. And she's pretty hard seal, so let me see if our new parts are here, because the left and the right sides are different. So our left side CV axle seal is by this coast to coast part number. Well, it's right, 710315. From there, you're going to need to find something that will fit your seal, a seal driver, whatever it may be that you have, which I have all that, or in the case of this one, I can use a 39mm socket and probably drive that right in there. Bottom needs to go in just a little bit, but all the rest of it's in there. Biggest thing is I'm looking to get it even, and we've got it even. So once you've done that, I want to take a look at our axle. We do have a retaining ring on it, so we don't have a problem there. And then you're going to be very careful, and you're going to line up that spline. It's sort of in there. What I do is use the CV axle as kind of like a hammer, and you can feel it pop in. So our seal is in on this side. Let's go ahead and go to our other side. We'll need the camera right there at that angle. That should work. Now, take our bottom ball joint out. Sliding our axle in. Spin it over that way. I'm going to try a smaller pry bar on the inside of the axle edge right there. They do make pullers for these. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And you have to approach it different ways. But anyway, wiggle it on out of there. Get it back far enough you can see your seal. Reaching up inside there. There's water dripping in my ear from the air conditioning system. That seal is out. Now this part number on this seal, same company, coast to coast. $14018. Now this seal's a little bit bigger in diameter. So I found a socket that fits that. Get my little hammer. Gonna have to top this differential back up when we get done, but sometimes you can almost push these things in. A little bit more right there on the top. Trying to make it even. Hard to do it. Trying to get you to see and me to get it in there. That's a little deeper than I like, so I'm going to be very careful and take it back out if I can get underneath it. I don't want it that deep. See that other piece? I don't want it to hit that. I'd rather the seal just be even with the housing. Like that. And it's in. Now, again, all right. Bottomed out, seals in. We've got to clean that up a little bit. Obviously clean everything up quite a bit. Now there's a plug up here on the side right there. That's what you fill our transaxle with. I'm going to have to look up the proper oil that goes in that. I think it's, I don't believe it's like an 80-90, like a regular differential or anything like that. All right, let's back up. Gotta lower our car down some. I want to go ahead and put our axles in place and bolt everything back up. Just bring her down some so that I can reach everything. Slide it out. Now, lifting up. All right. Put our bottom ball joint back in. Get our strut wishbone bolt back through there. I'm going to use my hand as a hammer. Okay. Trying to twist our wishbone just a little. Get another light so I can see up in there. Okay, it needs to go up. Hello. Let's see here. Start that. This tie rod's not long for life. That in there. Start our tie rod nut. Our CV axle nut right there. Whoops. Castle nut on our ball joint lower. Drop both of them. There, we're going to have to put some keyways in there. Got that. Other side. Oh. A little stubborn. All right. Lower ball joints in. Oh, let's see here. Tie rod nut. I happened to have took this one off. It didn't have to. I was about to knock the top board joint out of there. Let's tighten those up. Our 17 mil. Keyways lined up. Big bolt through our lower control arm wishbone strut. Little hammer for some more persuasion. $17. I am going to have to hold both sides. Go ahead and tighten up the other side. Axle and just run it in a little bit. Actually, we'll torque that. Pause, I'll get the torque for that, and then I'll see what fluid goes in it. All right, 10W30 or 10W40 on the fluid for the transaxle. 136 foot-pounds on your CV axle nut. I'm going to lower it because I'm going to use this pry bar. Am I slow today? Yeah, taking my time. A lot of times you can go back to where the indent was from the last time, and it's pretty much where it's going to be on your torque. Went ahead and torqued the other side. I just put my tools back as I go. Got some keyways to put in. I'm going to go ahead and take it up, fill it with fluid, and do that. Right there. Oh, no. Could be your standard 17. Watch it be an 18. Okay. Okay, if you can see what I can see, fluid's already running out of that. So I don't need to add any. Apparently it was maybe a little bit over full. If you want to drain it, you drain it here. She's good and tight. Now I've started a lot of my keys in my wheels, so I ran them in. I just gotta bring them down, cut them, adjust them. Lower ball joint here on this other side. I need one for my tie rod right there. And I've got to lower it. I didn't put one in that tie rod yet. Get my drain pan out of the way. Double check myself. Make sure everything's tight. I do have two keys to put back in, two Carter keys to put back in before we're finished. So from there, here's what we'll do. All right. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. I hope this helps somebody. I've got lunch coming from my sweet wife, and 1995 Honda Civic EX manual transmission, by the way. Inner transaxle seal replacement. All right. Stay tuned.